I'm Catherine Ross. I'm here live from the floor of the NYSE with Jim Cramer. Jim, what's top of mind for you this morning?
Rather typical bounce. There are a lot of people on my Twitter file who said, listen, don't forget we go down 4 or 5% today. I reminded people that no, actually, it's typically you do a little bouncing. What I don't like is that some of the bounce, let's say, are involving situations like a McDonald's, okay? McDonald's bouncing, and how do you know that there isn't going to be some sort of virus story, knock McDonald's down? I wouldn't chase McDonald's. Home Depot, I was gratified, Action Alert's name, but even in the conference call, they said, listen, we don't want to factor in the virus. Jeff Gannett on Macy's didn't want to factor in the virus. No one wants to factor in the virus, but I got bad news for people. You have to factor in the virus. MasterCard factored in the virus, and Ajibanga, I have him, the remarkable $26 billion. He inherits the company, 26, he takes it to more than $300 billion. But I just don't want people to be cocky. We ourselves are lightening up on something. So we have even more cash for what I anticipate to be the outbreak here. And I talk about the outbreak here. I hope it doesn't happen. But, you know, it's one of those we hope for the best, but you have to plan for the worst. You have to. You have to plan your portfolio for the worst, even though you hope for the best. So we have 21% cash, and that's ridiculous, except for if you get the worst.
For Action Alerts Plus, correct?
Yes.
So, Jim, yesterday, President Trump has asked for $2.5 billion in funding for the coronavirus, with $1 billion devoted to a vaccine.
Look, I think that's fine. I mean, I think that the biggest issue with the vaccine is that no one's going to make any money, so that's good. I thought that was great. I mean, he did say, listen, Schumer said it wasn't enough, but he did more Schumer. He's obviously, there is a sense that you could spend $20 billion, but it really won't help. I mean, the companies that are working on it are doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. If they can use some of that, if some of the smaller companies need that, like Moderna was able to raise $500 million, but Moderna, I would not. I'm working on a drug, specifically a drug for tinnitus, not for migraine. I'm the head of the American Migraine Foundation, but it's tinnitus, and it taxes your will, to say the least. So if the government can make it so there's an incentive for smaller cap companies who may have something, God love him. It's a fantastic idea. And I'm so glad he did it. And I know that he's hate him or like him. That was right. And, you know, I know that there are people who just hate him so much. It's palpable. But I would say that you wanted to get money to these companies so that they could do it. And Moderna, by the way, really incredible. The speed with which the healthcare system is addressing these is spectacular. Now, I don't think people realize how, because of the Tuskegee incident where we gave soldiers syphilis, there's never been a short period of time where you give someone an illness, but you know, you get the vaccine, they're going to give you the illness immediately. And that's not the way we work in this country, but this is a must to stop.
I want to get over to our Action Alerts Plus Daily Rundown show, but before we do that, I've got one last question for you, Jim, and that is, yesterday was just the third time that we saw the Dow fall 1,000 points in history. If we have an outbreak in coronavirus in the U.S., should we expect to see the Dow hit another record high?
Okay, well, remember, 1,000 is not a lot when you're dealing with 29,000. It's not a big move. We're down 3.5 from the high. In this kind of incident, why wouldn't you expect it to be down 7 from the high? Remember, we've been down 19 from the high in some situations that weren't nearly as bad as this. And it is bad, and it's bad because, like, even on the Home Depot call, you have supply chain issues, then you have service issues, you have go-out issues. Look, I own 3 properties that are bent on people going out. And you think I'm not worried about them? Jeez, I mean, all I can do is worry. Now, all you can do is worry means you take a little less inventory. You're ready for a closing. You have employees that you hope that we intend to keep on, but can others who are less well capitalized? So just be aware that it is. There's a lot of things that are in flux and fluid, dynamic. Just keep saying that to yourself. Fluid, dynamic.
All right, Jim, thanks for joining us today. Guys, we are now heading over to our Action Alerts Plus Daily Rundown show over on actionalertsplus.com. I'm Catherine Ross, and I'll see you tomorrow.